Hey guys, in this video I will show you the best Cypher tips and tricks on Haven, and we'll start with one-way cages when you are defending right here on A side. So for the first one is the simple one on long. You wanna stand next to this box and move a bit to the left until you see this corner. Then you just simply place your cursor right there in that corner and throw there your cage. The cage is gonna end up right here, and when you activate it, you're gonna see that anyone who would be peeking long there's this little gap for them, and you can get a free kill on the guy there, since he would not see you from this spot. Another one-way cage is right here in window. All you wanna do is just hug this window in the middle, and then place your cursor in the middle of this line. So you should wanna be placing it at this spot. It doesn't have to be very precise, as you can see, and it's pretty easy to land. And you can use this one when the enemies are going inside. You just want to be in heaven, you smoke it off like this, and as you can see far on long, and anyone who'd be on ramp or anyone on side, and it's very difficult to see you there. Another one-way cage is right here in garage, and all you want to do is just pretty much look up. It doesn't really matter where you stand, and simply throw your cage like this, so that way it lands on top of this. It doesn't have to be very precise. You want to be standing anywhere in this area. Just simply look up and throw it. And as you can see, it usually lands there. And then when the enemies are going garage, you just want to activate the cage. You can combine it with your cam that might be hidden in the ceiling, and just get kills. Another cage is you can throw right here at the beginning of the round. Simply aim in the middle of this horn and throw it there, and then you activate it. You want to be playing backside, and as you can see pretty far, and if there are enemies you can get a kill on them super easily. Now let's move on to the tripwires. The best tripwires to use right here are these ones. One of them placed like this, since it's difficult to break on the right side, and usually enemies will always go this way. Or you can do the other one a bit right here in this, pretty much anywhere. It doesn't really matter, since you wanna have the info if there's anyone going from short. So place it anywhere here. But there are plenty of other ways. For example, something like this, or placing one a bit further, as you can see. So that way anyone who will go to, if he wants to go to plant, he's gonna get caught. Or one of my favorite ones to use it with this one is just simply place your tripwire like this and combine it with the one-way cage. So that way you want to have two one-way cages right here, and when the enemies are coming, if this tripwire goes off, you just activate your cage, go in and try to spam them, and you are waiting. You can be trying to wallbang the guy if they would usually try to go under the heaven, and this tripwire might catch them off guard, and you can get a kill on them by simply wallbanging them through this wall. On B, there's not much you can do. If you can place, of course, one trip right here, but I would not recommend it. You can do a bit more passive ones, for example, on the corner of this box, or you can do one right here as well, as you can see, just like this. And these two will secure both of the sides, and it will be difficult for the enemies to push further to the side, since you can be trying to be playing right here with your trip, having your cage here, and going for the kills if these tripwires go off. With the cage that I showed you, you can combine it with using tripwires, for example, like this. Since from the new update, these tripwires go from side to side, and you can use it either like this or at the beginning of these doors, as you can see. Right here on C, there's also plenty of ways. You usually want to block this off, so doing tripwire like this is gonna work perfectly for you. As you can see, this tripwire is very difficult to break, since they would have to angle them, and they would never have time for this to do it. So just make sure you place it high enough so they cannot jump over it like I can right now. So the ideal height would be something like this, and it would be impossible for enemies to go through it if they didn't break it. There's also plenty of other ways. As you can see, you can place one right here, which will make sure that if they go for a plant, they will be caught. And once again, if you are playing backside, having one cage right here is gonna work fantastic, and you can get a free wallbang kill on the guy who's going to plant, and they would never expect a second tripwire to be this far and on the side, since usually the duelists would like to push you here, and you can secure this by using this tripwire. And of course, I should mention that tripwires like these work fantastic as well, since enemies usually try to spread up and go to the right to block off this spot and clear the right side. So if you use this tripwire, and you can be even hiding in this corner, you can get a free wallbang kill on these people who might be trying to push you. So now let's move on to camps. There's plenty of spots where you can place your cam from the window, for example at the spot right here, since you can see the whole side. And there's plenty of more ones which I like a bit more. So for example this cam right here, you want to place it as to the left as you can, just like that. And as you can see, this cam is pretty hidden as well. Enemies would never look this way, and you can ping anyone who'd be going to the side and get free kill on the guy through the wallbang or anything. So this is one of the spots that I really like. Another one which is quite difficult to see would be on this line, for example right here. And as you can see, it once again sees the whole side. It's fairly hidden, and you can gain a lot of info by just simply with this cam, since you can see anyone on long, you can still ping them, and anyone who'd be coming out of sewers as well. And lastly, all you need to do is jump from window on this box right here, and I think this is the best cam right here, since you can place your cam very high up, and you can place it either on this side or this side, depends what you like more. So let's start with this side. If you place it right here, you can see very far, you can see the whole side, sewers, anyone pushing, and this cam never gets broken since enemies would never check for it. And or you can do it once again right here. It gives you a bit more space to see, so that you can see on the long sooner, but it is a bit, it's not that hidden as the previous one on the right. So both of these work fantastic though. If you wanna be playing B, I would not really recommend it, but there are still some camps that might be helpful. For example, some that you would place either on this side or the other one, so as high as you can. Or if you wanna be looking and getting info on mid, you can place it on either side of these walls. For example right there, and as you can see anyone coming in or anyone who's even closer. And if you move it to the left, just like that, once again you can be watching window or these spots. But I would not recommend you to play Cypher right here on B, rather play it on A or C, or even garage. In garage I would recommend you having this cage right here and have your cam either anywhere on this or on the right side. You don't want to be placing it on the left since it's easier to break, and enemies would have to be more committed if they wanna clear the left side. So if you have your camera right here, you can be watching this spot, and if the enemies are a bit further in garage, you just ping them, activate your cage, and you can go for wall bangs or just simply pick this so that way, and you have the info where the enemies are, and it would be usually would have a free kill on the guy who's pinged or caught in the cage. Lastly, on C, there's plenty of spots where you can place your cam. One of these spots is, for example, right here. And with this cam, you can see all the way here on long or anyone on side, deep garage as well. And you can get a lot of info. It's hard to see and difficult to break for the enemies. Other cam could be right here on this pole, for example, like this. You can see once again a bit of long and anyone coming inside. Or you can do one even further, for example, in these spots. And you can see this whole area on side, anyone coming from long, and you can be playing from backside and getting the info. Or there's also other ways. For example, if you can also place it right here, which is a great spot. The enemies would have to be really committed, and if you spot them, you can activate their cage from the cam and go for the kill on the guy right there. Super easy, gets you the whole side, and there's plenty of ways how to set up your cam right here. When attacking, those are the two most important tripwires to do. One of them very simply right here, so that no one can jump over it or crouch under it. So this one covers you if you are going on C or anyone who'd be pushing on C. And the other one is just simply blocking of this A side by doing tripwire right here. You might want to do it even closer to the wall so that it is harder to break for the enemies. As you can see, they would have to, usually they would be caught in the wire or have to wallbang it sooner. And you will once again get the info, and no one can go through these two tripwires, which are the best to use, and definitely use them every round if you are playing Cypher on attack. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video is gonna help you, and see you guys soon. Bye!